21st Century Entrepreneurship with Martin Piskarik.
I'm Phoebe Yu. I'm the founder and CEO of Ettitude. And Ettitude stands for Eco-Attitude. We are a material science company and a sustainable lifestyle brand. We have a proprietary patented lifestyle made from 100% organic bamboo. Our vision is to dramatically reduce the negative environment impact of textile by replacing cotton and viscose and polyester with better alternatives. We are also a certified carbon neutral and a B Corp. We also support 1% of the planet, donate 1% of our total revenue every year to various environment-related charities. We really want to contribute to a regenerative future for all. We really go beyond sustainability and do more. We are a company started from Australia and then we grow into the US market. So we have a global team. We have offices both in Melbourne, Australia and Los Angeles, US. So from day one, our team are very used to work remotely, collaborative online using Slack, Asana, and Google, Zoom before COVID hit. So when the COVID hit, it's actually, we quickly adapted to that. So everyone's still working collaborate online. I think that's very helpful for us. However, it's not like there's no challenges of a global team. You would think Australia and the US both speak English. There should be maybe a very similar working culture, but actually the working culture are slightly different. But I think it's in a positive way, it brings different perspective to the whole team, right? I think because since we also serve global consumers, so have a global team, you have that perspective of people in that your target market is very helpful. So you just have to be working your way through differences to make that a positive thing rather than a negative thing is the key here.
And also the reason why we chose Los Angeles as our global headquarters versus New York or some other place is because of the time zone. Actually, as we collaborate a lot with Asia, it's been much easier to be on the West Coast versus the East Coast. We actually started out in New York City doing an incubator there, and that was quite challenging because somebody had to be up either at 5 a.m. in the morning or stay up late until 10 p.m. Taking calls. So being on the West Coast has actually been really helpful because there's a lot more overlap during business hours between the two time zones. It does make it really difficult if you have to throw in Europe, but we're managing. And we also really love Los Angeles because of a growing startup culture here and a big focus on fashion innovation. There's quite a bit going on here. Of course, there's a lot of wellness and apparel companies centered here, a lot of media as well, a lot of influencer creators. So that's been great for us.
What is clean bamboo?
The clean bamboo is the world first non-toxic bamboo fabric. So unlike the traditional conventional bamboo viscose and rayon out there, our clean bamboo use a non-toxic solvent to dissolve raw bamboo and also a closed loop process. And that recycle 98% of water and save 38% of carbon compared to cotton. It also has a superior moisture wicking property, temperature regulation, so that means it's much cooling and the durability and the resistance to piling by cotton, viscose and tencel. So pretty much better than most of the conventional material out there on the market. We did a lot of tests to prove that. And the resulting fabric is so soft and breathable, and also it's 99% antimicrobial. It also can be easily blended with other fibers for various functional benefits. That's why we start to work with other fashion brands to develop a variety of fabric that we can utilize in more ways to make bigger positive impact. Clean bamboo can be blended with other fibers such as hemp to create more various functional benefits. We already have several blends available, and then many more in our roadmap in development. That's why there's a lot of eco-conscious fashion brands are very interested to work with us to bring new eco textile into their existing lines to replace their conventional textile.
What inspired you to start this business? And why did you decide to join forces as co-founders? So Phoebe, you actually started it after 20 years of your experience with something completely different.
Yeah, sure. So why I started the brand, it's really in the brand name. So Ettitude means eco attitude. So everything I want for our products must be sustainable. So the material, our packaging, our business practice. It really is after I moved from Shanghai to Melbourne, Australia. I started to learn about sustainability and develop a passion for sustainability. Living in Australia, really see like the damage and also realize how much damage the traditional conventional textile was having on the environment, on our planet. I don't think that's long-term sustainable or where I want to keep doing. So using my background and knowledge, understanding in the textile space, I used to help big international company develop and source products in China. But at 15 years ago, 10 years ago, they are not that care about sustainability. Now everyone care, genuine or not genuine. So what they care more about the price point, maybe performance, not really about sustainability. But I believe using new technology, there are textile that can meet all three, that can perform, have high performance, are made with textile, has much less impact on the environment, and at the same time as a suitable price point. I think but that's opportunity for entrepreneurs to come in to have those innovation happen, and then make that easily available to consumers. Then consumer would be, why not? I want this, right? Because I think what also encouraged me to start is, I think as an eco-conscious consumer myself, I want that for myself, and it's not on the market. No one's doing that, so I think, okay, that's an opportunity, right? I think a lot of entrepreneurs start something because they want something and it's not there, and they believe there's a market for it.
And Kat, how has your unique partnership contributed to the success of your brand? And how it happened?
Back in 2017, Phoebe started to see a little bit of organic traction coming from both Australia and then North America. And she realized that North America is a very large market and she needed a partner to help her scale here. And my background is actually in scaling direct-to-consumer companies. Prior to joining Ettitude, I had founded, scaled, and sold a direct-to-consumer brand. And before that was working for larger companies and have that experience, and was looking for the next big innovative product that I could bring my skill set to and help scale. And so Phoebe and I met online on AngelList, which is, of course, the mecca for entrepreneurs and startup folks. And Phoebe sent me the sheets, which is our core product. And I fell in love with the fabric and the product itself. I had the best sleep of my life. Literally, they were like the softest, the silkiest, the most breathable, just so comfortable and luxurious to slip into. And also I was very excited about and very impressed with the new technology that we have, which is a lyocell technology applied to bamboo. as a raw material, which makes it an incredibly sustainable fabric on top of being really luxuriously soft and beautiful. So that was really exciting to me because it really checked off all the boxes. Like, this feels amazing. This makes me feel good in terms of my own well-being. There are absolutely zero harmful chemicals being used. And on top of that, we could really contribute to bettering the textile industry. And that's why I joined. And we really focused on growing our direct-to-consumer brand as a kind of a proof of concept of how you can use this new technology in a variety of products. We focused on bedding. That's our kind of bread and butter for Ettitude, our direct-to-consumer brand. But also we've expanded beyond that. We've made new fabrications for towels and bathrobes, but also for apparel. So started with pajamas, but now we have loungewear that's very transitional apparel. You can wear at home or you can wear it outside. It's very luxurious and beautiful looking. So that's been really exciting for Ettitude as a brand and as a company to see how you can apply this technology across a number of different categories in the soft goods space.
Regarding the technology, Phoebe Cat mentioned new technology and as well the product quality. What kind of research did you undertake when developing this product?
Yeah, I was always keep a close eye on what's the new fiber or textile technology was able to be used. So by talking with your vendors, you can know what's kind of really is happening. And also then when I combine this new fiber technology, so the manufacturer did a collaboration with our textile university in Shanghai. They also get a government grant because it's very innovative and very sustainable. But they're sitting on that fiber and didn't know what it can be commercialized into what type of textile products. So then I kind of connect them with like yarn factory, weaving factory, like bring the whole supply chain together, kind of have the prototype of the finished goods, and then start selling it direct to consumer to prove the concept. So there's a lot of try and error little runs, right? You have to do little runs. Sometimes maybe the weaving is not on par, so the fabric's either not soft or maybe easy to piling, and there could be things happening in the dyeing process. The color is not taking, especially those darker colors. Cut and sew is the easiest part. So there's a lot of little small runs, keep iterating it, make sure every batch is better and better and better until it's really a good product that consumer loves. So same like doing any other technology, just have to run a lot of small experiment, almost like same as even SaaS product, right? So you kind of just every time iterate the features to make it, the quality to make it better and better every time.
And that's why I think being a direct-to-consumer company has been really helpful, because we get that immediate feedback and we collect that through a feedback loop in a number of ways. Of course, there's, actual customer reviews, there's, customer communication going on back and forth. If there are any issues, we fix it right away. And then also communicate that back to the product team in terms of, we can improve that feature or, the specific behavior of the fabric or whatever it is. So, that has helped us perfect that. And so now we feel that we're in a position where we have this, really amazing, innovative, and well-performing a variety of fabrics that we can apply across the different applications, not just for Ettitude, but also for other companies that are interested in using sustainable materials. So we actually started as a direct-to-consumer company that enabled us to cut out the middleman and really put out the product out there. It's, barriers to entry are very low right now to start an e-commerce company. And when you have an innovative product, I think that's the fastest way to get product market fit. You can just put it out there and, people buy it and they love it. They come back and buy more and share it with their friends. You have found the product market fit. And that's why we chose the direct-to-consumer model first. Of course, as we've reached certain scale and more brand awareness, we are now partnering with wholesale retailers. So for example, we're working with Macy's. You can actually, find us on a variety of retailers. Like Grove Collaborative is one of our best partners, which of course targets a specific, conscious consumer customer segment, which is perfect for us, as well as, we work with Urban Outfitters to tap into new consumers that might not find us. So we have both kind of an e-commerce direct-to-consumer model, and we have a wholesale model. And then on top of that, we actually are launching our B2B model, which is where we partner with apparel companies to provide our proprietary fabrics to them for their exclusive collections, where they can use our unique materials that are both, they have properties that they might want, but also because they're sustainable.
What does it mean, regenerative future?
Regenerative. So I think now it's time for people to go beyond sustainability. So the difference between sustainability and regenerative, sustainable is do less harm, do not destroy, but kind of so still maintain the status quo, just not to add on it. However, I think at this stage, we need to start to repair. So that's what regenerative is, or use less resource to do more, or this whole system is circular. So what comes out of it and can go back to the environment and actually help it to heal, make it better. But in a way, it's actually also more efficient way. I think it's really start from agriculture, but now I think other industries start to borrow this philosophy to think the same way. So basically you put out more back to the environment than you take from the environment is a regenerative future.
It's about creating better impact for the environment, not just sustaining the current way that we're doing things and not creating more harm, but also creating a positive. And we think that it starts at home, because everything at the end of the day starts at home. How do we manage our household? How do we manage ourselves? What are the products that we are supporting with our dollars? We vote as consumers for better for you and better for the planet products. So that's what we mean. You actually can create an impact as an individual. And of course, if you're already conscious as a consumer, you're going to be more conscious as a corporate worker. If you have influence over what's being done in your corporation, you're going to be more conscious about it there as well. We can make an even bigger impact if we are working in supply chains, or we're working in some kind of corporation, or even at the government level, we're creating policies. But it all starts at the beginning. Where are we every day? What's our environment?
And you're on the mission to revolutionize textile production.
Yeah, I think that the textile industry also is lacking a bit. Kind of more look at more costing, or sometimes try to performance use a lot of polyester, which are petrol-based material. But I think it's kind of, we want to lead that revolution to switch to more plant-based. So all our textile or the things we develop in the pipeline are plant-based or agricultural waste-based. So to kind of go back to the full circular model. No plastic, definitely no virgin plastic, no petrol-based textile we will develop. And then we definitely think that's the future. That the whole human society just have to move away from petrol-based economy.
Phoebe, what advice would you give to other entrepreneurs looking to partner up and launch a similar venture?
Be patient. So, I think maybe, as I said, if you launch a product, you're not ashamed of you launch too late. But I think for product, you have to wait until it works, because especially direct to consumer, you have that one chance. If the quality is not there, then there's never a chance that your brand will take off, right? It's all about the trust with consumers. And as a sustainable product, we just cannot, launch into the market with a product that does not work and quickly go into landfill. So I think take your time to refine your product, to at least 90% there, if not 100. Sometimes 100% is, we still keep refining our products. So, but like you think it's like 85 or 90%, you're happy, then you launch it. So really take your time in our R&D and the quality control. Another thing is asking for help. I think at that time when I launched the brand, I have more experience in the manufacturing logistic, but I have no idea of like building website or what is the D2C model. We choose the D2C model is really, I think first you get direct feedback from consumers, and also as a new brand at that time it's difficult to get into big retailers. But it's not that I have a lot of experience there. So just asking for help, asking people who had been there, done that, getting advices, and realize what you're not good at, and try to find the people who are good at to cover that area. That's why at that time I would start looking for a co-founder who are good at those things, right? So I can focus more on the things I'm good at. I think that's the two major advice I would give.
I think a lot of starting entrepreneurs, they're afraid of talking about their idea to other people because they're afraid somebody else is going to, steal that idea. And I think, my main advice is talk to as many people as you can, because that's the way you're going to really find out, the best area to go into. Of course, lots of people will give you advice. And you don't necessarily need to take everybody's advice. Sometimes the advice is really in opposite directions, and you need to go with your gut in terms of what you think is the right advice for your business. But I wouldn't worry about other people stealing your idea in the beginning, especially because ideas are a dime a dozen. So unless you have like a really unique technology that really needs to be protected for some reason, I would just say go ahead and do it, because the faster you get to market, the faster you can have the first mover advantage if you go fast.
So being patient, having gut, are there any challenges that arise from working together as co-founders?
We actually have a very good working relationship. Maybe that's like inside knowledge. Kat has the same birthday as my husband. I just feel like she's definitely my, the other partner, but focused on the work side. So I think we work extremely well. I think because our both personality and our skill set are very complementary.
I would agree with that. Yeah, it's been a really great working relationship so far, and I envision it will continue to be in the future.
Yeah.
What have been the most rewarding moments in that specific journey?
There are so many ups and downs in the entrepreneurial journey, and like we're always kind of like moving on to the next big thing, and it's like so easy to forget all of the wins that you had. But we've definitely had some like really great milestones. I mean, just in general, getting to where we are now, we have decent brand awareness now. We have amazing sales and an incredible team. Just getting together with the team for me is a great rewarding experience. Just meeting all of the incredible people that we work with together.
I think one highlight definitely was March this year. We finally got our B Corp certification at a pretty high score. So I think we are really happy about that, and the whole team is so excited about it. That is 18 months of hard work of the whole team, and then kind of we like that also, that it helps us to do a lot of improvement of the business to be more sustainable, more socially responsible. So that definitely, even it's hard work, it's a very enjoyable journey. I'm actually going to the B Corp retreat tomorrow to learn more from other leaders in the sustainability area. So I think that's definitely a highlight, a big milestone for us.
I would say there are smaller, very rewarding experiences that we share with like our entire team every week, which is our customer reviews. That's been so amazing to read people's genuine feedback about the product and how it's like literally changed their life. improve their sleep, if they have like any sensitivity to like any textiles, how soft it is and like doesn't irritate their skin. It's been so nice to hear that all of the stuff that we're working towards is actually creating change in the world.
How do you both manage to stay creative and motivated despite the challenges that come with launching a business?
I think we have each other definitely helped. Before I had Kat as co-founder, a single founder can be lonely. So kind of we can bounce ideas. Another is we also get a lot of encouragement. Like our team are very passionate about the business, the vision. So sometimes we get that from them. And as Kat mentioned before, we get also that from customer feedbacks, like, oh yeah, people like this. And that's kind of really is what make us keep going, that we are making people's life better. I think that three things help me. And do a lot of exercise. I think stay physically fit definitely help on the mental health. Right, even during COVID, I just try to get some walk around the house every day. That definitely helped to keep my mood a bit better.
Yeah, I would add to that and say that we do also look at peers in the industry or adjacent industries. So we do look at other apparel companies, and we're not really an apparel company, but we do look at apparel companies because there's quite a bit more innovation there, and home goods is a little behind. So we do look at that, and we do attend conferences to learn about the space. We look at very detailed industry reports and kind of ingest all of that information. But also, I think more on the wellness side, I think getting good sleep is really good for staying creative. So for me, it's very important to make sure I get my 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. I wear, wearable to track my sleep all the time and making sure I get enough deep sleep and REM. So I think that helps your brain to really synthesize all of the information you're receiving and create more innovative ideas.
Yeah, we subscribe to WGSN, so that also give us a lot of trend report, like what's the consumer trend, what's the color, and also a couple of good industry relevant newsletters. So that's also very helpful to tell you some are very like textile technology related, or what's the latest development in sustainability world, what's about circular economy. These type of newsletter are super helpful.
Yeah, Sourcing Journal is a good publication for that as well.
Fashion for Good, yeah.
How to overcome challenges unique to female entrepreneurs?
Yeah, Kat, probably you have more to say. Also, not just female entrepreneurs, also as produced 2 beautiful children during this 4 year. So how you manage that?
Yeah, I would say mostly, just being female entrepreneurs is, amazing. We have an amazing team. We're able to attract a very diverse team, which is a big aspect and goal for Ettitude, to have a diverse team from all perspectives: gender, race, ethnicity, backgrounds, LGBTQ, etc. That's been very important for us. And being diverse founders ourselves, not just female, but also both of us are immigrants, has been great in terms of attracting that kind of culture and those types of people who are valuing diversity. On the challenging part, I would say it's been challenging just from a fundraising perspective. As you know, female founders receive only 2% of VC capital. And that's a big problem that, unfortunately, this metric has not moved in decades. And a lot of people are trying to solve that problem. But for us, I think the only time that we ever felt that concern was when I was visibly pregnant and we're raising funds prior to COVID, or people were asking, what's your plan for when you're going to be out for maternity leave? And I don't think that male founders necessarily get asked the same question when they're expecting a child. So that's been the main visible difference, I think, for us as co-founders. And I think everything else maybe is less visible. We're just maybe not recognizing the challenges.
I think probably also to give advice of all the female entrepreneurs out there. So don't let it, negatively impact your mindset. So it could be a good thing, turn it into a positive thing. It forces you to work harder, make your product or KPIs better that investors just can't deny. If it's a good business, in the end of the day, they are in the business to invest money and get a return. Just make your business undeniable.
Being a direct-to-consumer company, we constantly hear back from our customers through reviews, through customer service, through surveys, through actually in-person events as well, especially when people get to feel the fabric and react to it immediately. It's been really amazing when people are like, wow, I've never felt anything softer than this. This is so amazing. I can't believe this is vegan silk, or I can't believe this is vegan cashmere. This feels amazing. How'd you guys do that? So that's been really exciting. And also, we've been hearing anecdotally and experiencing personally that our product actually makes people sleep better when it's applied to the bedding space. And we were like, okay, well, we know it's better at thermoregulation, which means that it's better at moving airflow between your body and the outside. So it actually keeps you at the optimal temperature at night for sleep. And we kept hearing like, oh, I sleep so much better. I don't want to wake, I'm sleeping longer. And so the sleep lab result actually showed that people sleep 10% better in terms of the quality of sleep. And that translates into 42 hours more of sleep per year, which is amazing. That's scientifically significant. So that's been really exciting as a direct-to-consumer brand to take those insights from customers and then translate that into actual evidence.
We are a proud member of 1% for the planet for the last 3 years already. I think we, as a sustainable brand, we definitely want to support charities which specifically are put their effort and money into help address the climate change problem. So that's why we pick 1% for the planet as our main charity partners, and then we can then choose. There's a big network of charities that we can choose every year, which the exactly charity we want to donate to. I think during there's the wildfire in Australia, so we have donated to a wildlife foundation in Australia for that, since we also a brand have Australian roots. We also has this year we actually choose a Sea Tree as our partner for our Black Friday campaign, and they also restore seaweed forest, which seaweed also is a great. It's a sea plant, I would say, also kind of restore a lot of carbon back into the ocean. So when we usually choose the charity we work with, is really look at their impact on the environment. And we also had donated to charity water in 2020. You can find us on Ettitude.com, and if any other eco-fashion entrepreneur out there that want to learn more about our technology and want to partner with us to bring more positive impact into the fashion and textile industry, you can find me on LinkedIn, send me a DM, or just email me at phoebe@ettitude.com, and happy to chat.
21st Century Entrepreneurship with Martin Piskarik.